What do you?
Hello everyone, this is Magic Nerd, and today we got Budget Sweepers. I don't know about you guys, but I have some pretty annoying friends that just play a bunch of elves and soldiers that just spit out a bunch of tokens and then buff themselves. And then, not to mention slivers. I hate slivers. There's this stupid person at my LGS that plays slivers, and he comes to the FNM or the weekly tournament every week, and obviously every week, but because that's why it's called a weekly tournament. Anyways, he comes to the tournament every week with a better sliver deck. He just improves upon it every week, trying to beat every single one of my decks, because my deck is the only one there that will beat his sliver deck. It is annoying. Anyways, this is what you gotta do to beat those annoying friends that you got. I call it what creatures, because it just gets rid of everything. And, I mean, it doesn't have a whole lot of power to it, like with the creature-wise. Actually, yeah, it kind of does. And we'll just get right into it. So, first we got three, I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's Megiddo the Lion, I think. He's 5, 3/3. But he is basically a reusable board wipe. So you pay 4, 2 white, discard 2 cards from your hand, and destroy all creatures except for Megiddo the Lion, and they can't be regenerated. So it has a built-in Wrath of God, basically, and you get to keep this creature when you Wrath of God. Well, I guess, I'm not sure if it's non-land permanents on Wrath of God. I think it's creatures. Holy shnikes, I'm not gonna swear out, but... And it's only 70 cents. You have to have... I was debating 4, but it's kind of high in mana cost. And if you have annoying slivers and stuff like that, they're going to be already pounding on you. So, we'll go with 3. And then we got 2 Phyrexian Rebirths. Basically, you kill everything on the board. 6 mana. Yeah, it's a little pricier. But... You put an XX colorless horror artifact creature token, where X is the number of creatures destroyed this way. So if you got an elf deck and there's like a bajillion elves on the field, or there's a soldier deck where there's a bajillion soldiers on the field, just a token deck basically, they're all dead, and then you get a giant creature that you can swing with. I love it. It is really high in mana cost though, so that's why there's only 2. And they're only 40 cents. Then we got Sunscour, 3 of. Basically, destroy all creatures for free. Because if you have 2 white cards in your hand, you remove them from the game, but then you destroy all creatures. It's excellent. I mean, if you don't have the white cards in hand, then it's iffy, but still, it is basically a force of will for a board wipe, and it's 50 cents. Next we got Spoils of Blood, 4 of them, because basically just 1 mana, and you get, I can't talk today, I'm sorry guys, you get basically a Phyrexian Rebirth, like the whole reason I put Phyrexian Rebirth, but you get it for 1 mana, so you do Megiddo the Lion or something, the 4 mana board wipe, and then you go get since you killed like a bajillion creatures, because that's most likely why you're making this deck, you get an XX, which is how many creatures died this turn. Again, it's great. It's amazing. I cannot stress how amazing this is in this deck. And then it's only 25 cents. Next we have Killing Wave. Yeah, I only have 2 in here because it gives your opponent options. But it does bring their life total down if they don't want to get rid of their lords or their buff creatures. So late game or early game, depending on how many creatures they have, it's very effective. So they pay a bunch of life for certain things, and then you like spoil a blood. and then you have a big creature to swing at them, so they have to leave. Okay, I'm not explaining. I'm not doing justice. I think you guys see what I mean. This is just a great card. I use it all the time in Commander games, and it just wipes the board because they like to get a lot of creatures out no matter what in any of their decks. So this is just my go-to board wipe, I guess. Next we have Sudden Spoiling. Do I really need to explain this one? So you pay 3, 2 black, 1 colorless, 2 black. It has split second, so they can't cast any spells after this, as long as it's on the stack. And then you make all the creatures your opponents control 0/2, and they lose all abilities. So if they're indestructible, they're not indestructible anymore, and they're 0/2s, so they're not attacking you for a bajillion, they're attacking you for 0. Because I would cast this just as a combat trick if they attack you all out. It's kind of like Aether Spouts, but not as good. You just, haha, you're not attacking me for anything, and then you can kill some of their creatures, and also you basically take no damage, and then the next turn they're tapped out, and you just swing whatever much. And then we have the next card. Well, you could just use this, throw this in there, use Sudden Spoiling, and then this. That's 6 mana, just a board wipe, basically. But it gets rid of, if they make all their 0/2s indestructible, because I've seen it happen sometimes, I'm serious, guys, then you just -2/-2 them. They're dead no matter what. So, combo much. Next we got False Prophet. I guess I need to start throwing more creatures in here, because there's only 3 from Megiddo the Lion, and I guess the ones that you would put out with Spoils of Blood and Phyrexian Rebirth. But this one, when it dies, you exile all creatures. And they're exiled. They're not destroyed, they're exiled. So indestructible creatures are gone. Hexproof creatures are gone because it's not targeting the specific one. It's mass effect, so it just really just board wipes everything no matter what state of game you're in. So this is basically guaranteed damage unless they really want to get rid of your board state. I wouldn't understand why. I mean, I guess maybe you have a Spoils of Blood creature out or something like that. So it could bite you in the butt, but most of the time it's going to be guaranteed damage that they're not going to want to get rid of because I can't think of what it's called. Because they don't want their board wiped. So they're going to most likely either let it go through or they're going to block it with like a wall or something like that. So he's going to stay on the field, and you can make it so you can put like a kill spell in here, sacrifice this thing, and then exile all the things. I don't know, make some kind of trick out of it, but I just left it like this because it's good enough just how it is. Next we have Selfless Spirit. So you board wipe, but before you do that, you sacrifice this and make your creatures indestructible. So you sacrifice this, and even if your False Prophet is going to die, like you just board wipe, sacrifice this, your False Prophet isn't going to die unless they have negative counters or something and like Infect. You board wipe, and your creatures are good. You're good. It's a little bit pricier. It's $2, but I mean seriously, 2 mana, 2/1 flyer that does this. It's pretty good. Next we have Bone Horde. I'm pretty sure this is self-explanatory. You're board wiping all the time. There's not going to be creatures on the field unless they're yours. So you just attach this to one of your little tiny 2/2s or 2/1s, or even your giant Spoil of Blood creature or your Phyrexian Rebirth creature. And this thing is going to get massive. Oh, okay. No, it doesn't give it trample. Yeah, but it's a four mana equipped 2, so it's not bad. It's not terrible, and it's only 20 cents. I want to say 25, but I would believe it's 20. Anyways, this makes your creatures ginormous, or well, your creature that you attach it to. Okay, if you guys can afford it, put it in 4 of Silent Arbiters, because the main purpose of this deck is just to make it so token decks are basically useless. So if you only can attack with 1, only really giant creatures are going to be good against this deck. But you just keep board wiping, and they're not going to have their giant creatures. So making it so only 1 creature can attack or block each turn is wonderful. Like if you attack in the air with Selfless Spirit and they only have things on the ground, they can't block, and you have guaranteed damage. And then they can only attack with 1 of their tokens or something like that. So it would be a great addition. It's just a little bit over the price range for this to be a budget deck, in my opinion. I don't know. And that will be all, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to comment what you want to see next. And I'll see you guys in the next video.